So basically, my credit is terrible right now. Hey guys, I'm back again with another video. It is actually, what time is it? It is 10:30 at night, and I'm finally getting a chance to make this video. So today's video is going to be about the financial waiver that I had to write, or it's actually a financial waiver letter that I had to write for the recruiter supervisor to check my credit. So basically, my credit is terrible right now. I'm just kidding. Your credit doesn't even have to be terrible. My credit is actually at a 630 right now, which isn't the best, but it's also not like terrible. But I still had to have my credit ran, and now I am having to. So we are going to go ahead and jump right into this video and let you guys know my experience on writing a request letter and how I wrote it and what all I had to put in it. And so let's go. Oh yeah, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell so you don't miss our next upload. Also give us a like, a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and if you found it helpful. So I'm going to be reading from this paper. Not being rude, I am looking at you guys, but I'm also going to be reading my notes so I don't forget anything. Okay, so the recruiter told me ahead of time that he was going to have to run my credit, and I had to sign a paper to say that I did approve him doing this. So you will have to sign that paper. So then I went ahead and went home, and then my recruiter contacted me and said, you are definitely going to have a waiver done for your finances. And I was actually a little bit surprised because I didn't think, oh, my credit's not terrible. I shouldn't have to have a request letter written, and I did. So my recruiter texted me and let me know, hey, you're going to have a financial waiver written. There were two parts of the waiver request. So I had one delinquent medical collection account. It was $166, and meaning delinquent, it was not ever paid on. I never paid on any of it. I never made a payment, and so it was considered a delinquent medical collection account at the moment. So that was one that was currently delinquent. The other three that I had are previously delinquent accounts, but I did take care of them before this time, so they were completely paid off and current. So mine was one delinquent medical bill, and that was the $166 that I told you. And then the three previously delinquent accounts that are now paid off were a college loan, rent collection, and a gas bill. So the college loan, I had a time where I was not paying on my college loan, and so on the college loan there was a time where I was not paying any of my college loan, and then I eventually started paying on them. So they are now current, but they were previously delinquent for a couple of years. Then I had a rent collection, and I was not paying at all for a couple of years, didn't make any payments, but they are now current. I did pay them off. I still had to write about the rent collection also, and then I also had to write about the gas bill, which was not that long ago, probably about 6 months ago. I actually forgot to pay my gas bill. So yeah, I had to explain why I did not pay that gas bill and why it is in collections. Okay, so part one of the video, I had to write in detail what this medical emergency was and why it was not paid. So the $166 medical bill that I did not pay was sent to collections. They wanted to know why I have not paid on this account that is currently delinquent. So I basically had to say I fell down the stairs while I was pregnant. I had a financial hardship. I was a single mother and had no support or help with bills. Therefore, could not afford to pay any amount. So you had to actually go into detail what year it happened, what happened, and also, why you were not paying on it, which is usually a financial hardship. So I had said, and had financial hardships as I was a single mother and had no support, therefore could not afford to pay any amount. So basically you have to explain the hardship at the time and write that you do take responsibility for this debt and that you are willing to fix it. So you are required to make a payment even if it is small. My payment plan was $20 a month, and it can be that small. So you can even do, maybe you can only afford $5 or $10 every month. So you need to make sure that you have some sort of plan to fix this debt. Then you will also be required to attach a receipt to your letter proving that you did make a payment. In this letter, you will explain your payment plan that you follow to fix this issue. I said I will make a $20 payment on the 25th of each month until this $166 debt is paid in full. I take responsibility for this debt and I will fix this issue. So they do want to see that you are going to take responsibility and fix the problem for that one delinquent or two, however many you have, they're currently delinquent. They're going to want you to prove that you will fix this problem. Okay, we're on part 2 of the letter. This is the part of the letter where you will be writing about debts that are currently on time, but did previously have a time where you were not making any payments, no payments on time. So the other accounts on my credit are current and on time, but I did have a previous delinquency a year or two back on these accounts, and I had to explain why I let them become delinquent and the actions I took to pay these debts and make them current. So yeah, you're basically saying that these were previously delinquent and you did at whatever time, whatever date, not time, just the date, whatever date it was that you did fix that problem, and now they are now
currently current. So yeah, I'm learning to speak.
Okay, so example is mine was a rent collection, and I had to explain my roommates didn't pay their part, so the debt fell on me as the lease is in my name, and I didn't have the funds to pay. I was having financial hardships, but took responsibility and did pay and did start paying what I owed to this company on such and such date. Whatever date it was that it shows on your Credit Karma or on the paper that the recruiter is going to give you. He's going to show the exact debt and the exact date that it was paid off, charged off, whatever it was. So just make sure to put those dates in right, or month, year in right. And I didn't have the funds to pay. I was having financial hardships. So key word in this whole letter is financial hardship. You want to make sure that you explain that you did have a financial hardship, but you do take responsibility in the debt that you have occurred and that you plan to fix this problem. You have to include account number for each case provided by the recruiter. The recruiter did give me the paper that had the debt, what collection company it was owned by, and also the case number. So I included year for each case and made sure each case matched the description of the collection date and record. So that is how I basically wrote my letter, just explaining that there was a hardship and that those are now paid off, but at a certain time I did not have the money to pay on these debts. Okay, so the closing of the letter, you want to say, I hope that you will consider my request for this financial waiver. I am willing and ready to serve, etc., and that you hope that they can accept your request. And yeah, that's basically it. And let's see here. I put a couple of notes at the bottom. My financial waiver took exactly 8 days to get approved. I was notified by my recruiter that it was approved, and I put yay on there because I was so excited. I was surprised that it only took a week. My recruiter actually told me it may take 2 to 3 weeks, and it ended up being 8 days exactly. So that was pretty exciting. Okay, and also I included in my notes was my letter was 1.5 pages long. So that was my biggest thing. I didn't know if I needed to have like 4 or 5 pages explaining this or what. And it ended up just being like seriously like 1 page long. And it was probably like 3 paragraphs or 4. And then I just had my closing at the end saying that I hoped that they would consider my financial waiver. Thank you for your time, and that you're willing and ready to serve the United States and the Air Force. So I just wanted to let you guys know exactly what all the financial waiver for the Air Force was, my experience, and kind of like a tips on what I wrote in my letter. And yeah, just I know there's a lot of questions that everybody has, including me, and I'm always looking on YouTube to see what else I can learn. So anyway, I thought I would make another video about the Air Force and my experience with the financial waiver. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Also give us a like, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.